afternoon to all those present here today. Ladies and gentlemen, today's government has failed to understand what team opposition is trying to present. Therefore, I believe it is necessary to re-clarify what we are standing for. Ladies and gentlemen, party hopping is not wrong. Party hopping done with the wrong intentions, such as bribery or buying the politician, that is wrong. And team opposition stands against that. But a complete ban on all forms of party hopping does not help to solve the problem. Which is why team opposition here today has presented a counter proposal. That is, we have by-elections only and only when the party, the ruling majority is tipped. That is to say, the government would change, which again supports the government's case, which is that Malaysia's system is based on party election. We stand for freedom, we stand for democracy, ladies and gentlemen, but we stand against party hopping, but only wrong party hopping, because it's very necessary to understand that there is right party hopping and wrong party hopping. Next, we would like to present a burden of proof to today's government. Why is the ban better than the mechanism provided by today's opposition? I hope that they will be able to answer it. Now, moving on to my rebuttals. The Madam Second Speaker, I believe, no, Madam First Speaker, came up here and said that by-elections are very expensive. She is against democracy, ladies and gentlemen, because by-elections stand for democracy. Having elections is democracy. Elections are democracy because they represent the views of the people. So, next, she also asked why should we party hop after elections. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the political landscape of our country is continually changing. In the period of 4 years, the system changes a lot. Are you trying to say that in these 4 years, important, necessary issues that come up cannot be addressed simply because there's a ridiculous ban on party hopping? If a necessary issue comes up, it should be addressed immediately. And our system allows for that because it allows politicians to stand for what is right when it is needed, rather than waiting the 4 years before the next elections. Next. Okay, so I think that's about it with my yes, another thing. The Madam Second Speaker also presented a contradiction to her own point, because she said that she wants to change our system and make politicians represent the wants of their people. That's what we are fighting for. But they have just come here and said, they have come here and said that they are for a party-based system. And now they're saying they want a system where the ruler or the person who is elected has the power. That is what we are fighting for. The person that is elected is irrelevant to the party. You should elect the person, not the party. And Team Government has agreed with us. Thank you, Team Government. Maybe you would like to come and sit over there. You are against a party system, which is exactly what we are against. We are against truthful politics, not party politics. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to my point, how such a ban would infringe on the freedom of politics. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing such a ban would rob people of their political freedom. Political freedom is a right guaranteed under the UN Constitution of Universal Human Rights. By introducing such a ban, we robbed people of this right, because a politician, if he feels that his stance changes in those 4 years, he cannot change his party. Now, we do agree that the problem arises with the people, because the people may not like it if he changes his party, which is why we have introduced the counter mechanism, which is have an elections if someone decides to party hop. And it is not expensive, because how often do people party hop? Really? How many times in the past 4 years have you heard people party hop? 3, 4 times maybe? Are those really very expensive to have small by-elections to protect democracy and freedom in this country? It is a small price, ladies and gentlemen, a small price, and Team Government needs to get on board with this. For example, Syed Ibrahim, the Justice Minister, he didn't agree with the ISA. Now, he called up our Prime Minister saying it should be abolished. He wrote letters. He did all sorts of things against ISA. Now, what did Barisan Nasional do to him? They called him a traitor to the Malay race and said that he was simply not fit to be a politician. Now, what Zaid Ibrahim did was he quit BN and he created his own party. Created his own party called Kita, which is now sadly dissolved. So, ladies and gentlemen, by introducing such a ban, you would stop people from standing up what is right. Like Mr. Zaid Ibrahim over here. He did what he thought was right, and such a ban would completely go against it. Except.
So instead of giving us a history speech, answer my QI. A politician would never take a party seriously now because they know they can just change it in the very next day.
Okay, which is why we are introducing our system. If you have elections, then changing your party is no longer a small matter, and buying your seat doesn't matter, because once you change your party, you lose your votes. And that was not a history speech, that was an example. Next, my second. Our system supports transparency and effectiveness. As I've said earlier, time is very important when it comes to politics. We need to have a system whereby we can react according with the times and the happenings and the changing landscape of our politics. Our system allows people to do that. It allows the people to think, to vote. They want to change their party. If I elect someone, and now I see, let's say now the Bersih rally, I am for the Bersih rally. So I see, I want my leader to change his party. He says he wants to change his party, so I go and vote for him. That is right, because you are reacting with the changing political scene. You are supporting transparency and effectiveness. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that our system supports transparency, effectiveness, and upholds the rights of the people. Theirs does not. With that, respect it.